the right knee, and then do the left knee. One more each way. Right knee, keep your pelvis stable, straight line across your hip bones. Left. Okay, now I'm going to have you do right out, left down, come meet in the middle, right out, left down, tighten your core to your spine, meet in the middle. 3, right out, left out, meet in the middle. 2, last one. Really go deep into the triangle in the center of the pelvis where you put your hands and you zipper it up. Go deep into there. Now we're going to reverse it. Left in, right down, come back to the center. Left in, right down, back to the center. Straight line across those 2 hip bones. Keep the pelvis stabilized. Inhale, exhale. Pelvis does not move in the mat. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Breathing in and exhale. Good. Place foot on mat, other foot on mat. Now, when we go to lift up, sometimes I see this, like someone pulls their heels, touches their glutes, and their knees knock in. We don't want that. We also don't want, like, the legs going out wide. Just think shoulders, hip bones, center of knees, ankles, and wherever that is, just place everything in place, right down, right below. All right, now once you do that, I want you to go into 12, go into 6, find your neutral, draw the triangle in, zip the tight jeans up under the ribs towards the diaphragm. Then you're going to elevate your hips. And then if you're doing this, try to get in front of your computer screen or your phone because you don't want to accidentally put pressure on your neck. And when I'm doing this, I'm aware that my weight is in my shoulder blades, my mid-back. So when I turn my head to talk to you, I'm not actually putting weight in my neck. It's all in my mid-back. But because you might not know the feelings of it, I don't want you to watch me thinking it's okay to turn your head, because I am. Keep the neck long and the head straight. Pelvis is neutral. Straight line across your hips. You want to feel your glutes working, okay? You want to be doing something with the glutes. You're going to feel the backs of your thighs working. Place the pelvis on the mat. Exhale, hip bones reach to sky. If you get more out of it by thinking of your hip bones reaching up, do it that way. The minute you think hip bones reach up, it should feel like a line being drawn from hip to knee immediately. You should feel length through those thighs. If that's a cue that helps you, use that one. 4 more. Go straight up, straight down. Lengthen your tailbone away from your navel. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels. Feel your low back open up. Lower down. When I say low back open up, it's like lengthening. It's not tightening and gripping. It's pulling long. Tailbone long. Core deepens. 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. Now, we're going to do alternating. Here's one knee up, one knee down, one knee up, one knee down. Stabilize your pelvis. Lift up into the air. Weight through shoulder blades. Collarbones are wide open and apart. Triangle deepens. Zipper up. Now, knee goes in. Knee comes down. Are your hip bones straight and level? Knee goes up. Knee goes down. Is one glute working harder than the other? Is the back of one thigh cramping? If your thigh is cramping up, you need to get your glute activated on that side deeper. Inhale, fold. Exhale, down. Put those springs in there. Open up the ribs away from your hip bones. Make those springs open up. Create some space in there. 4 more. Exhale. Remember, my breath isn't going to be as deep as yours because you're going to be breathing diaphragmatically. I can't really do that very well when I'm talking. 2 more. Breathing in, exhale, and last one. Breathing in, and then exhale. And down. Oh, I just had 3 pops from thoracic to lumbar, the middle back to the low back. I just had 3 adjustments. So this work is phenomenal. So if you feel little things happening like pops and cracks and then it feels like a release, if you think, what did I just do? There won't be any pain. Like it might sound funny or weird, but it feels really good. And then you know that you're getting your body to realign itself to where it should be. So with that being said, reach under the knees. Collarbones are wide. Think of an ocean wave. It stretches this way, and then it curls around itself. Center is strong. Breathing in, stretch long. Ocean wave curls up around its center. And just one more time, breathing in. And then exhale. Awesome. Slowly come down to your mat. You're going to extend your legs straight out. I want you to roll over for a sec. And then think of the triangle. Press your 2 hip bones against the mat. And then from here, your elbows are down. And what I want you to do, see if you can slowly stretch sides and neck long. There's a light shining out of the top of your head. And I want you to breathe in, stretch up. And just think of the energy traveling forward. Exhale down. So you're just going to slowly start to lift. And then I'm going to have you go less far, actually. Take your hands under your shoulders. Here we go. I'm going to modify. I'm going up a little too high for what I want to do right now. Hands under your shoulders, collarbones wide. Hover. Hover above your mat. Strengthen your back. Look slightly to the front of your mat. And come back down. I didn't want to jump the gun. Look at the front of your mat. Hover. And come back down. Open chest, shoulders. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Elbows pull back. And then down. And 7. You're going to lift up. Collarbones wide. Exhale, come back down. And 6. Hip bones press into mat. And down. And 5. Use that inhale to help you come up. If it hurts your low back, you're going to switch the breath. You're going to use exhale instead. And 2. Lifting up. Chest is open. And down. Last one. Hips press into the mat. Gently come down. Excellent. All right, I'm going to have you do one more. Extension with rotation. So, you're going to rest on your mat. You can rest your forehead like that on the back of your hands. Glue your hip bones and your pelvis down into the mat. Open the spring up between your ribs and your hips. And what I want you to do here, without elevating your shoulders, keep your pelvis on mat. Inhale. You're going to start to listen to your shoulder. Start to look over your shoulder to the one side. And come in. Inhale. Start to do your rotation. And come back down. Hips are down on mat. Breathing in. Exhale, come back. Tighten your core. Inhale into ribs. Exhale, come back. And inhale. Exhale, come back. And 4. If it bothers your back anywhere, you're not going to lift as high. And 3. Wiggle hips side to side if you need to release. 2. Last one. Come back center. Now, other way. Press your hips down. Inhale, listen to that shoulder. Look over. Come back. Breathing in. Exhale, come back. And inhale. Exhale, come back. Rotate with extension. Exhale. And 4. Feel front of collarbone open wide. And 3. And 2. Last one. Keep those hips stable. Come back down. Excellent. Take your hands under your shoulders. Push down through your palms. Slowly lift up. Walk your knees forward. If it's okay on your knee joints, sit back over hips, heels. If it's not, you could put a folded blanket under your hips to sit on, and that lifts some of the weight off the knees, releases pressure. And if you had like a replacement in your knee, then I wouldn't actually kneel on it. That probably wouldn't be the best thing. So I'm going to have you come forward. If you had like a knee replacement, you could do this instead. You could sit, lengthen your ribs. After you lift and lengthen your ribs, give your legs a little hug. Breathing in, exhale, just to make space in the low back. If you're in your rest pose, you're just going to breathe. Forehead can touch mat. And if that hurts your neck, you just put a pillow under your head and your forehead to lengthen and realign. Breathing in and then exhale. And you want to just feel like you're inhaling into the center of the low back and just opening it wide across. Breathing in, exhale, and one more time. Breathing in and then exhale. I want you to gently push up. And then let's just see if that opening between ribs and hips helps our side stretches, okay? I'm just lifting this up a little. So I'm going to have you, if it feels like your back or your hips are tight, sit on a blanket. Take a blanket, fold it over a few times, sit on a pillow, and it'll raise you up like that. And when something's underneath your pelvis, it'll help your legs just open out like that, and it gives like a release through your hips and your back. So if you need to sit on something, go for it. It's good. Think of the sides opening through here. Your sits bones push into the mat, and then you're just going to go straight up. And then this is where I like to cheat. My body likes to rotate the ribs and pop them out. So this is where, okay, so before I catch things that I do, so I'll explain. Front ribs meet the back ribs, and it pulls us into a neutral alignment. We lengthen our spine, and then we're trying to just get the 2 hip bones straight, the ribs to be right over the hips. They're all matching. And then we're going to stretch the side of our body out without lifting either half of our pelvis. You could either have your hand behind your head, or you could extend it. Careful you're not elevating your shoulder. So whatever feels good to you. If you feel those ribs, you're breathing into them. And when they pop out, the sensation would be to just kind of pull your shoulder down and pull down. So you're still stretching them apart. Breathing in and then exhale. If I run too much and I get super tight and I do this exercise, like I won't be able to get my elbow to the ground. I'm just too tight. I have to work into it. Slowly you're going to come up. Feel both halves of your pelvis on the mat, on the pillow, on the blanket. Think of the 2 springs. Stretch apart. Sit tall. Now here comes that other arm. We're going to stretch up. Sits bones are on your mat. Now, the ribs are going to meet each other. They're drawing down, but they're stretching apart. There's space. So we're going to stretch up, 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 up. You could either have your arm straight, or you could bend the elbow. If you need to draw the ribs back a little bit, draw those core muscles in. Remember not to force anything. Breathe into tight spots. Breathing in. Exhale. You can even put a pillow under your elbow or under your arm. Whatever you need for support. Hips stay on mat. Inhale. Exhale. As you breathe, your body will start to release into the stretch more. Breathing in. Exhale. Think of the springs between your rib cage and your hip bones. The springs are opening up, giving you support. Breathing in. Exhale. I just got some more space. Wonderful. I hope you did too. Breathing in. Exhale. And slowly, we're going to come back up. So when we free the neck, when we free the shoulders, the hips, the pelvis, like everything starts to feel a little bit looser, like it moves better. So even your hamstrings, the back of your upper thighs should feel a little better. All right, we're going to close this one out. And of course I went over. Oh my goodness, it's almost 50 minutes. I always say I'm going to do a little workout, and what happens? I just keep going. Oh well, I went in the moment, so we must have needed it, I guess, right? Inhale, lengthen, palms to sky. Relax shoulders away from ears, open shoulders, chest, collarbones wide. Just feel centered. So, centered, calm, peaceful, relaxed, yet oddly rejuvenated. So with that, I'm going to close this one out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your evening, and my next workout's going to be a hard one. So if you want to do a hard one, look out for me, all right? And I'll keep varying the workouts. So I think it's a good idea just to do all different things, and everyone can pick what suits them. All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Peace. Take care.